What are you doing for yourself? What self-care are you going through? What personal development are you going through? Because definitely that's a key to making marriage work, whether it's in monogamy or polygyny. Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's your Coach Nyla, one of the co-founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships, as well as co-author of the book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored. So, can polygyny be easy? It's interesting because I was like, short answer, yes. Not necessarily. Can marriage be easy? Polygyny is a form of marriage. It's another form of marriage. There's so many moving pieces to marriage, period, to relationships that... Look at it like this. Easy means, I've heard it before put like this. Easy means something that can be done. Something that can be done. So looking at that, if it is, then yeah, of course. We've been doing this for 12 years. So the thing is that it's a lot of moving pieces to it. And okay, yeah, can it be easy? It could be. No, there's a lot of challenges in it. It can be done, yes. It can be done amazingly. It can be done, right, like people say. It can be done where it's just nice and smooth and peaceful. And what I mean by nice and smooth and peaceful, that is always sunshine, roses, rainbows, unicorns, all that other stuff. But there's fulfillment. Fulfillment is there, and constant growth, fulfillment, and just, fun times and memories and moments and all that other good stuff. And it can be done, even if it starts off rocky, even if it may have not been the way any one of you that's involved wanted it. And it's interesting because, like I said, I'll go back and I talk about this a lot when it comes to first wives, because this is why I say it's a first wives world. I say it's a first wives world, and a lot of people say it, it's not just me, but it's a first wives world because when it comes to polygyny, when it comes to a husband marrying again, a lot of focus is on the first wife. A lot of focus is on how she's feeling, how she's taking it, if she's agreed, if she is feeling, like I said before, how she feels and everything like that, and how she's coping and how she's dealing with it and all that other good stuff. Not realizing that other people are dealing and coping and moving around pieces and adjusting stuff and transitioning. And I'm not saying this to take anything away from any first wives. What I'm saying is that everyone involved in polygyny has their own challenges and obstacles and transitions that they must go through. So I'm speaking all around the board when I say that there can be challenges. I'm speaking all around the board when I say it can be challenging. Pardon the interruption, but let me let you in on a little secret that wives, whether they are in monogamy or polygyny, as well as single women, have been using in order to create less drama and more fulfillment in their lives and their relationships. You want to hear it? Okay, they've decided to become part of my counseling and coaching programs. Okay, not everyone has decided to do that. However, I've been counseling and coaching women for years, and I've been helping them make strides in their relationships as far as communicating better, as far as minding their marriage and creating that life and marriage and relationship that they deserve and they desire. So if you want to add coaching and counseling to your personal development journey, make sure you check out CoachNyla.com, and I'll see you on the other side. Now, let's get back to this video. We all have to play our part. And even though it may not be ideal at first, whether it's, a first wife not knowing until after the fact, or a first wife not really wanting it, but saying, we talked about it and everything like that, and I'm just trying to really deal with a lot of my emotions. Or whether it's an incoming wife saying, well, where do I fit in here? Or, he's giving her way more attention to transition her properly. But what about my assistance in transitioning? Because now I thought I was going to get a husband, to build with. I have to still wait until this is okay over here, even though we say that best practices is minding your marriage. So this marriage here and this marriage here are two solely separate marriages. But if something is being taken away from either side, meaning that, the measurables, what Coach Nyla calls the measurables, the time and income and everything like that, is not being distributed fairly, it does take away, and it allows some challenges in order for things to build properly. So there would be challenges. There's challenges in, like I said, in monogamous marriages. There's challenges in parenthood. There's challenges in any type of relationship. So easy meaning, can it be done? Yes. Easy meaning that there won't be any challenges? No. But that comes with growth, personal development. How are you coping with things? How are you dealing with things? How are you moving about in your marriage, in your relationships? How are you doing that? What are you doing for yourself? What self-care are you going through? What personal development are you going through? Because definitely that's a key to making marriage work, whether it's in monogamy or polygyny. So yeah, what if you have people that you think that, don't care? They say, okay, well, being inconsiderate. I actually did a video, talking about my husband is inconsiderate. What do I do? And if you feel that a person is inconsiderate or not taking your feelings into consideration, make sure you have that conversation, the uncomfortable conversation. But also, I talk about it more in that video about realizing that you are an adult and you have to grow through the challenges. You also have to understand that everybody doesn't do things the way what one person wants. If this person wants it a particular way, this person may not want it a particular way, or this person have their feelings and their thoughts and their ideas. This person has their thoughts, their feelings and ideas. And who is to say that because my ideas are not the same as yours, that I'm what you say I am? You say that I'm the inconsiderate one because I may be thinking about 50 million other things, or I may have thought this way through and saw the least troublesome way or the least challenging way, but it may not be in your favor. It may be in the overall bigger picture favor. So then when I see that and I say that that's, why I'm doing this, but it's not what you want, so now I'm inconsiderate. So there's those type of things that we have to be careful with putting labels on people because they don't do the things we want them to do, because we won't want them to do it to us. Now, you can have some people that are inconsiderate. And what I mean is that, they're not even trying. They're not even trying to understand your point of view, and that's just the way they are. Like, not just your point of view, just period. It's just like, it's about me, and only me. That's what people got to understand. That's where the inconsideration, I guess you want to call it, comes from, or it's about. When it's like, it's about me. It's only about me. I don't want to hear what you got to say. It's not about a big picture thing. It's not about, finding a way for it to be a win-win. It's not about that. It's like, this is what I want. This is what it is. I'm not trying to hear what you're trying to say. I'm not trying to even learn about what you're trying to say. See, that's when the challenges become beyond challenges. That's when it becomes hard. That's when it becomes just, is this even worth it type of thing. But if that's not what it's looking like, and we have to really ask ourselves and be honest with ourselves, because sometimes we want to see it for what we want to see it as. Sometimes we want to be victims. And I know that sounds crazy. Like, why would a person want to be a victim? Because victims get the attention. Victims get the attention. Victims get coddled. Victims get even praised when they grow through something. If they go through it a little bit, they be like, oh, well, at least they tried. And oh, they went through all this drama and they came out victorious. But, they went through this. These people put them this stuff. People put them through this stuff. Oh, you're so strong because you finally plunged your way or plowed your way through it. Victims get that, and now victors get that, the victorious and everything like that. But if you were the person that was always building, always working, and people don't see your struggle, they just see the beauty, they see the greatness or the winning part, the triumphs, then you are not looked at as the one that, like, okay, yeah, whatever. Yay for you, yay for you. People love to root for the underdog. We do. I'm one of them too. I'm like, I like to see the struggle and somebody go through the struggle and run, come out of the struggle, which is great. But when it comes to someone playing victim or being a victim, it's not that they are totally working on, the triumphs. It's that, what, okay, I can get the sympathy. I can get, people doing things for me. I can get, it's the attention. I remember thinking about, think about kids. I was taught, I used to work at a daycare, and I was actually studying to have my own daycare and all this other stuff like that. And they were talking about when disputes happen or when fights happen between kids and everything like that, where a lot of people go and they give the attention to the one who did the bullying or the hitting or anything like that. They're like, no, you shouldn't do this. And they're really, just chastising this one that did the bad thing, while this other one is over here crying and hurt and everything like that. No attention, no anything like that. Even though it's bad attention, it's still attention. And attention is taken away from the one who had the problem, who's hurting, who's going through some stuff. So sometimes we have to be careful with those things. So, people are like, okay, as long as I get the attention, I don't care if it's bad attention or whatever. I got the attention. The attention came on me, so when you deal with those things, I went off on a tangent, guys, on that. But the whole thing was to pretty much say that the challenges can come. You have, people who can be, wondering about what will other people say? What would they say? What would my family think? That can cause some issues. That can cause some challenges. But when it all comes down to it, let me just give you a few tips. One thing is, your marriage is your marriage. Mind your marriage. Mind your marriage. Your marriage is your marriage. Build on that. People going to have things to say, but you are the one that creates the narrative in your marriage. And you should be the one that creates the marriage the narrative in your marriage, not allowing people to dictate that, other people to dictate that. And really have the honest conversation with yourself about how you're feeling about a specific thing. Is it true? Does it make sense? Or are you just, feeling like a victim? And if you are feeling like a victim and you putting yourself in a victim state, how do you get yourself out of the victim state into the victor state? That you're victorious in it, And make sure that everything is all good first, because this is the thing. Sometimes people say, well, he's not about this and he doesn't care about me, or he doesn't love me anymore and everything. Did he love you before? What changed? What in his actions changed? Is it because he married someone else that you feel that he's inconsiderate? Is it because he's trying to juggle your emotions with an emotions over there that you may not know about or even care about? And also children, if there are children involved in everything like that, and he's juggling those things as well as his own feelings of possibly guilt or confusion or anything like that. Anything, loyalty, disloyalty, whatever. So we got to understand that everybody has their feelings. So that's another thing. Understand that everyone has their feelings, their own separate individual identities, feelings, and things as far as that. Minding your marriage, working on that, not comparing and contrasting with someone else. and really getting into heavy personal development, because those are the things that are going to help you just be outstanding in your marriage, period, even through the challenges, because you'll know how to go through them, or you will at least have the tools to help you go through any of the challenges. So, it won't make it easy. Well, it'll make it doable if that's what we want to say easy is, but it won't be without challenges. So just like any marriage, just like marriage and monogamy, polygyny comes with this host of challenges. Just like with polygyny, there are challenges in monogamy, and that makes it where I wouldn't say it's hard, but I wouldn't say it's easy either. But it's definitely doable, and it can be outstanding. It can be fun. You want to create the moments and the memories and things like that, and you mind your marriage in order to do it. Stay in personal development and realize that you're not the only one with feelings in the matter. Even though your feelings matter, you're not the only one with feelings in the matter. So hope you got some great information from it. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because it don't take much. Just click the little button. And until next time, make sure you're growing intentionally, loving fearlessly, and connecting on a higher level every single day. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Here are 3 ways outstanding personal relationships can help you.
Make sure you guys are following us on our social medias at Outstanding Personal Relationships on YouTube and Facebook, and on IG at Outstanding Relationships, and also Clubhouse under our names.
And make sure you go to outstandingpersonalrelationships.com and sign up for our email list. And there you will get updates on our new book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored.
Absolutely. And last but not least, when it comes to coaching or counseling, if you want to work with us one-on-one or in group settings, make sure you're on that website and reach out to us, because we do have very limited spots, and we usually have a wait list. So with that being said, GLC.
Make sure you are growing intentionally,
loving fearlessly,
and connecting on a higher level every single day. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.